Hello, my name is Pastor Anthony Murray, and I'm so excited about you. Why? Because you're streaming in. All over the world, people are connecting to Anthony Murray Ministries and Oasis Church, and I'm excited that you're a part of it. I am looking forward to you experiencing all the things that Oasis Family Life Church and Anthony Murray Ministries has to offer you. I want you to take time, dig in our website, take time, go to our YouTube, go to my new YouTube page, just put Anthony Murray in and check out all the things that we're doing that can enhance your life and unlock purpose and unlock destiny for you. Doubt your doubts, feed your faith, and keep streaming in. You're about to be blessed.
So glad you're here. What's up, fam? Dave here. Super excited about tonight. We're social distancing, we're keeping our space, we're being wise, but also we are people of faith. So we can't forsake the assembling of ourselves with our brethren. We're coming together to worship, to praise, to hear a word, to give, and to receive. Listen, I'm so excited about tonight. I watched everything on Netflix and I could not wait to come together with my family. So listen, do me a favor, before we jump into it, I want you to click the share button and share this stream with someone that you know that may be impacted by what's going on, to a first responder, or even to somebody who just needs some good news. We're changing the narrative and we're believing in faith that God is gonna keep us through this time. So excited about it. You're gonna love this broadcast. All right, let's go.
I can remember sitting in church having suicidal thoughts. Sitting in worship, thinking about how I was going to take a whole bottle of Xanax. Because this is going to mess you up. I wasn't tired of the world. I was tired of church people. And, not God, but this is my testimony. And go ahead and remind me, he said, James, you've been encouraging everybody else to trust God. You've been telling everybody else to believe it's already done. He said the same way I brought you out the last time. He said, see, sometimes you got to go back in your own personal faith file and start remembering what he did in 2016. Say, same God that carried me through 2017. So I learned that it doesn't matter who left me. God said, stop focusing on what you lost and remember what you still got left. He said, if you can praise me on what you got left, I know I can trust you with double. So I say, God, he reminded me that he's whoever I need him to be. Yeah. Anybody know he is the I am? Can you just lift your hands up and begin to worship the great I am? Can you? Come on, let him hear you. Let him hear the fruit of your lips. Come on, somebody offer it up. Say, God, thank you for being the I am. Thank you for being my provider. Thank you for being my healer. Thank you for being my keeper, God. Come on, say, I have everything. I have everything I need. Somebody needs to be reminded. I have everything I need. Ooh, I have everything. I have everything I need. Because the great I am. The great I am. Provides for me. I'm starting to think about it. Say, the great I am. The great I am. I remember when he provides for me. Can we sing that one more time? Oasis, say, I have everything. I have everything I need. If you know where your help comes from, sing it, y'all. I have everything I need. The all-sufficient God has given us everything we need. I have everything I need. Because the great I am, the great I am, always provides for me. Come on, say, the great I am. The great Every time I turn around here. If you're like me, you get weak sometimes, and you are my strength. You are my strength when I am. Somebody's weak in your mind. You are my strength. You are my strength when I am. If you know his strength is made perfect in weakness, you are my strength when I am. Because even when they laid me off, y'all, the great I am, the great I am, he still provides for me. Even when I was acting crazy, the great I am provides. If he's Somebody just wave your hand all over this place because the great I am. Woo! Say that I am. Is everything. Say that I need. Come on, take it up. Say the great I am. Hey, say that I am. Come on, say he's more than enough. Yeah. For me. Come on, we go. Bring her up. Can you lift your hands up right there? If you know he's whoever you need him to be. Mignon, can you sing that? Take your time. Like, remember when he had to be your provider, your healer, your peace. Say,
you're my strength when I need you to be.
Woo! Yes, God.
You're my keeper, my sustainer,
Hey!
my provider. In the midnight hour, with tears in my eyes, God, you got me in your arms. You're rocking me. Ah, when the crying alarm, you're on. You're whoever. You're whoever. You're whoever. You're whoever. You're whoever. You're whoever I need you to go. Say yes, you are. You are. I am. You are. Savior. White man.
Listen, y'all say, you're whoever I need you. Tell him.
You're the I am. You are.
Don't sing it to me, sing it to him. You're who? You're the I am. Say, you're my peace when I need. You're my peace
when I need you to.
Come on, sister. Brother, say you're my joy when I need. You're my joy when I need you. You're the I am. Let's go. Say you're whoever I need. 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 Say you're my healer, provider, sustainer. Somebody testify. Say you're my healer, provider, sustainer.
Say you're my healer, provider.
You're the I am you are.
So first of all, what is worship? What is worship? Why do we worship? Because giving is not it's not a line item that we just use in church. It's a moment that we worship God. It's a moment that we come in just like we lifting our hands. We stood for the worship team because we wanted them to usher us into the presence of God. That's biblical. In the Bible, God anoint minstrels. These people are anointed to do their work. They're anointed to play. The Bible says they play skillfully. They sing skillfully, and they brought us into the presence of God. James Fortune was able to write this song that's changed millions of lives, but he had to go through pain first. God had to trust him with this type of pain to empower the world. And then now, since he's able to give it out, now the same pain that was killing him gonna bless him. But God requires you to go through, and then he requires for you to give. God did not, I hope you don't mind me using you, God didn't give James his gift for him. He didn't give him his pain for him either. He gave the gift for us. Woo! Now, the way God's gonna bless him is by him giving the gift out into the world, and the byproduct of him worshiping God through pain and through having a desire to help other people, the reward is immeasurable. You can't quantify his reward because he gave from himself. Now, a poverty mindset would be this. People tell me, I got content. I'll throw all of my content in online today, all of it, every idea I have, don't matter, because I understand that self-preservation would make me say, no, keep it to yourself. But when I understand how reciprocity works, giving and sowing and reaping, that all of my content don't come from me. Guess where it comes from? God. Every king has a kingdom. That kingdom has citizens, and those citizens have the what? Characteristics of the king. The glory of every kingdom is this what? Is this wealth. So I'm in the kingdom. So how in the hell can I make myself think that this all I got? Ooh, don't miss it. Don't miss it. How do I think that this is the best I can be? How do I think this is the only $100 I have, the only 1,000, the only idea, how would I think this is the only message? God's giving me the message real time. Where I'm talking to you, he's giving me the message. I'm in the kingdom. He's never bankrupt. He's never without. Your job's not your source. God is. But you got to understand worship. Worship is declaring the worth of something. You will worship something. What are you worshiping? Are you worshiping God or are you worshiping debt? See, how do I know what I worship? It's what I think about first. How do I know what I worship? The first thing I think about in the morning, the last thing I think about when I go to sleep, whatever disrupts my pattern in life, that's what I worship. Whatever drives me, whatever makes me smile, whatever I'm willing to give up things for to have, that's what I worship. You're going to worship something. You need to worship God. And one of the ways we worship God is the expression of giving. It's walking in the baseline of gratitude. Oh, one of my he a young boy in the game, but he said, Pastor, I sold $10,000 for the first time. He was scared to death. I said, that's good what you did. I said, you need to understand. I know you're scared because I was there before. I know what it feels like. I said, but what you don't understand is sowing that $10,000 for the first time pulled you up to where it is. See, I used to be broke and I had to start at 20. Y'all don't believe me. I remember being in church, they said, listen, everybody who can sow $20. Like, man, I got $15.32, and it's Sunday, and I'm not gonna cut hair on Monday, because we closed on Mondays. So I had to figure out, and I used to feel a certain way. I used to be frustrated in church sometimes, because when I didn't understand it was worship, I felt like it was an assault against me to hear a preacher ask, and I ain't have it. So now I want to leave, not because I'm mad at the pastor or the church. I feel a certain way because I don't have it. And I didn't realize that thought paradigm wasn't worshiping God, it was worshiping my bill. It was worshiping where I was in life. And the more I worshiped that, the more I got it. Yeah, okay, let me help y'all. If all you want is sex, you'll get plenty. If all you want is to get high, you'll get plenty. If all you want is mess and drama and problems like some of y'all, that's all you like, it gets you. I almost said something. Y'all ain't ready for me. It turn you on to be messy. Come on, it is a turn on for you to be on the phone having conversations that can't help you with people that don't care about you. And God's saying you worshiping your friends in that mess instead of taking time to be quiet and talk to me. What if God told you how to be the type woman you got to be what you got to be in the world? What if God could say, this is the kind of man you got to be? I know the other men in your family like this, but they are worldly men. Some of those men will go to heaven, but they will never manifest in the earth. But God said, I'm picking you to not be a church person, a street person, just a business person, just a good lady, just a good guy. Forget all that. God says, I want you to be a kingdom man. I want you to be a kingdom woman, because in my kingdom, there's plentiful of everything. Your job was never your source. It was always God. It was always God. So who do you worship? What is worship? Worship is to declare the worth. God, I worship you because I love you, because of what you did for me. I love you because you care. Coming to church, you don't get credit for that. Do you know you can come to church every Sunday and still don't have a relationship with God? That's what I love that we're building with this Atlanta location. This is crazy. Look at all of us, but you don't get credit. You'll get credit, and you were smart not to stay home today. Some of you stayed home last week because it rained. That's not being a kingdom man or kingdom woman. Listen, you'll go do dirt in the rain. So you got to be the type of person, see, God called me to unlock. I got the key to unlock things. And for some of you, you need to understand that this is your time and you don't get a do-over. Come on, let me tell you something. Right now, if you make the wrong decisions in your life, you might pay for them for the rest of your life. This is a season that God's opened the world up for anybody who will believe. If you got a little faith, you can do big things. Touch your neighbor and tell them all you need is mustard seed faith. If you don't need a mustard seed it's about this big. And God's giving you a measure, but what do you worship? Do you remember when God said, Adam, where are you? If you was in the Bible, he says, where are you? God knows everything. Adam, he was saying, Adam, what's up with our relationship? You went ghost on me. We used to talk every day for millions of years. See, I know y'all, I'm way out there. Y'all ain't, I told y'all Adam was crazy. Adam couldn't die until he sinned. Him and Eve would live in Eden for eons and eons. I don't know how long they had been in there. But God says, where are you at? Because when you was with me, I was teaching you about the world and the universe, and you are worshiping something else. I can feel it. Who told you was naked? Why you got fig leaves? You know what Adam was doing, him and Eve cheating on God with the devil? Where you been at? Where you been? You've been laying with somebody else because you don't smell right. You've been the way you walk. No, I can tell the way you talking to me now. You ain't talking the same. Somebody done ran up through there. And then when you was with me, you wasn't afraid of your parts. You was good with your good side and your dark side. I was teaching you how to balance, because positive and negative make a charge. Some of y'all too hard on yourself because you a savage. You just got to know how to be one right. And the only way to be a good savage is for God to teach you how to do it. See, I'm a savage out here too. I'm not just a nice man. Look at y'all. What? No, I'm not just a nice. I'm not just a nice. I didn't know until God helped me too. He had to help. I'm not just a nice guy. What are you talking about? I'm not a nice guy. I'll run you over. You get in front of me, anything in front of me about this vision right here, you get in front of me and see how nice guy I am. Get it in my way. I ain't no nice guy. He was just nice. Part of me is a nice guy. The other part of me is a savage. I do care. Another part of me, I don't care at all. Anybody know what I'm talking about? If it ain't about dollars. I know. Y'all want to make it all Jesus. We just talked about Jesus. You are everything I need you to be. You're the I am now. If he everything I need him to be, how does that translate into my physical life every day? Somebody say faith. Some of you in this room right now, you need a miracle from God. You need God's activity in your life. You need God to help you today. And if you want God to help you today, God says, I require it. You don't believe me? What can I do to inherit eternal life? He says, I kept all the laws. I ain't get high. I didn't have sex. I didn't lie. I didn't cuss. I didn't have no drink. This is all church rules. I didn't go to the club. I didn't smile. I didn't have no parties. I couldn't be nice because I was saved. When people met me and said, what's up, doc? I said, I'm highly blessed and favored of God. I was whacking high school, whacking college, thinking I was a believer. I kept the rules. Jesus said, all right, if you would be perfect, you rich. I made you rich. You don't know I made you rich. Sell everything you have. Give it to the poor Take up your cross. What he's saying is, come through some pain and follow me. Then he says, anybody that leave houses and mothers and sisters and brothers and fathers for my sake will inherit much more in this life and the life to come. One of these mornings, and it won't be long, you're going to look for me and I'll be gone. I don't want to leave for 100 years. I want to know what it's like. Let me tell y'all. It is a life out here you can live with God that'll blow your mind. It is a peace. It is a happiness. It is a prosperity. And it is for us. And let me be honest, black people, I'm a multicultural pastor, but it's Black History Month, and I'm a black man. We behind. We behind because we think if we give it, that's all. Ooh, you don't understand. If I release it, that's my seed. If I keep it, that's my harvest. If I hate you, who am I hating? Hate and unforgiveness is drinking poison yourself, thinking who you hate gonna die. So God requires us to, I know they hurt you, and I know they ain't no good, and I know they deserve for you to beat them up and kick them in the teeth. But what I want you to do is say, I forgive you. Because if you can forgive them for being stupid and treating you wrong, then I can forgive you for being stupid and treating me wrong. You mad because they cheated, but you did too. You mad because they lied on you, but you lied on me. You mad because they didn't trust you, but you didn't trust me. You mad because they told you they was going to do something and lied. You did the same thing to me. I told you it's better not to make a vow than to make a vow and then break it. And I still kept you. And I still gave you grace. So you forgive them so I can forgive you. It's about release. And when it comes to church, I trip out because worship is declaring the word. How much do you really respect God? Think about that for a minute. How much do you really respect God? Because giving is just not a line item stuck in the middle of service. It's not it is an integral part of worship for every kingdom citizen. An integral part of worship. This is what we got to get with this church, of worship. Because if we're not empowered with money to help people, you can forget it.
What's up, family? Listen, there are so many businesses that are closed that are making sure that they're keeping people safe. My bank decided that they would close their lobby down to keep everybody safe, but I still got access. I can come to the ATM, I can make deposits, I can even make mobile deposits. Listen, the kingdom of God works exactly like this, but even better. There are still deposits, there are still withdrawals that are coming from heaven, and they're coming into our hands. God is sending us everything we need. And listen, we have an opportunity to worship God through our giving. We believe in the tithe. We believe in giving 10% of our overall increase back to God. We owe it to Him. And we believe in giving free will offerings based on what God has done in our life. And so we ask as a baseline for a $40 offering. That allows us to do things like continue to bring this stream to you. But we want you to give it the level of your highest potential. We know that God is continuing to bless. He's continuing to keep. He's continuing to be God. And so we've got a responsibility to continue to give. Lastly, we want to give because we want our church, our ministry, to be able to continue to meet the needs. I want my church to be here when all of this is said and done. I want my church, if I need $100, if I need help on my rent, to be able to be here to help me at the point of our need. So I encourage you today, continue to give, partner with us using the information that's below, and watch God continue to provide. I love you, Oasis, and thank you for partnering with us to continue to fuel kingdom all over the world.